but I'm also not doubting them that this shit was definitely very expensive to make. I'm 15 and I got my hands on one of the most expensive fragrances on the planet. What's going on, guys? Today we are talking about something a little absurd, and this is definitely my biggest video by far. So for that reason, I ask for your time and engagement. We are so close to 300 subscribers and I love to get there. Today we are talking about MFK Baccarat Rouge 540 Extrait De Parfum. This stuff is exotic. Exotic meaning not accessible by everybody. I am blessed personally to even be having this in my hand. This stuff is exotic because it costs you $475 for 70 milliliters of liquid. That is equivalent to $6.79 per milliliter. Probably costing you around $1 per spray, which is insane. However, I know 70 milliliters may not be enough for you fragrance heads out there. There's a bigger size, but I have some bad news. MFK likes to do this thing where they have no in-between sizes, and this is smart because they know their fragrances are absurdly good. So they have 2.4 ounces or 6.8 ounces, no in between. 6.8 ounces is going to run you $1,000 retail price. Good luck finding this on any discounter. I couldn't do it. I searched for a long while. Unfortunately, there's no really loophole around paying the full price on this stuff. However, there is some reason behind that price tag. Price to me nowadays, it kind of comes to me, brand markup and brand name is the main reason that fragrances are so expensive nowadays. The story and the title a fragrance upholds brings most of that price. Creed did the same thing. Their fragrances are known around the world, and they actually have one of the most selling fragrances of all time, and that would be Creed's Aventus. However, over time, the fragrances came more expensive and the bottles decreased in size, meaning exponentially per milliliter, their fragrances became way more expensive. They have the ability to do that because they know people are willing to buy the fragrance, regardless of the price. That's kind of the same thing here. This stuff, it gets bought, but it's absurdly expensive. Why not keep increasing the price? There is also the Extrait concentration of a perfume, which is insanely strong. That's kind of also why fragrance oil is the most expensive part of making a fragrance. So the more concentrated you get, the more expensive it is. Bigger size the bottle is of that concentration, the more it is as well. So I'm not doubting MFK for marking this stuff up a lot, but I'm also not doubting them that this shit was definitely very expensive to make. Let's talk about performance based on the Extrait. This stuff is concentrated with around 20 to 30% of oil, which is absolutely insane. It's gonna last a while, and I'm talking 7 to 10 hours of projection, like multiple arms length away projection, and it will last on your skin for days. I took a shower, I sprayed one time on my wrist, took a shower, could smell it in the shower. I'm still getting whiffs of it now. This stuff is insanely strong. Please do not overspray at all. 3 to 5 maximum. Coldest weather, I'm serious, you will kill somebody. You will catch a felony charge if you spray too much of this stuff on. I promise they can smell it. You might not be able to because you go nose blind to this stuff insanely quick. That's just the nature of how strong this stuff is. And not only does the oil in the fragrance help with that performance, but profile scent and the type of fragrance that it is. This stuff is heavy and it's going to carry a lot of deeper notes, and it's going to carry itself super far because it has a nice body to the fragrance. Again, you're not going to get something that's straight citrus that's going to carry itself the entire day. That's just not how the nose works, I guess, or how something can carry itself. Let's talk about notes. In the top, you are going to get bitter almond and saffron, while in the middle, you are going to get Egyptian jasmine, Virginia cedar, and in the base, you're going to get ambergris, woody, musk, ambroxan, and cashmeran. There's not a ton of notes. That doesn't matter. Okay, this stuff is a masterpiece. You don't need a lot of notes. It's all about the blend and how everything supports each other. Every note in this fragrance plays a great role. Doesn't matter if you can smell it necessarily, but every note has a different feature, I guess you could say. It can project the fragrance further. It can boost another note in the fragrance and kind of give an undertone, stuff like that. So there's not a ton of notes listed online. I don't doubt that there is a ton of stuff in the fragrance. Every aspect of a fragrance is subjective, and that is up to you if you want to pay $500 at all for a fragrance, honestly, or $500 on anything. However, like the notes and the stuff you've seen before, we've all heard of amber, almond, saffron, cashmere. That's not new, but the blend they created with it is new, and that's why it is popular. This stuff, in one word, I can tell you, smells exquisite. It is amazing. Let's talk about the scent profile. Scent profile is going to get you a lot of almond, but a lot of spice and a lot of amber to accompany it. There's a underlying tone of animalic, however, it's not off-putting at all. This stuff is genuinely the most enticing fragrance I've ever smelled, ever to exist. There's a lot of musk in there to create that body and kind of project it further. To me, I get a cherry note up top. It's not listed on there, however, I'm not sure if that's a mix between the almond and the amber. It might just be a super sweet amber concentration. I do get a cherry note on there. If you do like cherry fragrances, you might be attracted to this one more than you think, and I can compare this stuff to Mancera's Instant Crush back there. That kind of is the same scent profile. A lot of woods, a lot of spice, a lot of heavy musk and amber and spice. This is the main thing you're taking away from these two fragrances. Again, if you like that scent profile, you're gonna love this stuff. A lot of money. Probably wouldn't recommend buying this stuff. Overall though, this fragrance is very, very, very well done, and again, killer projection, killer performance, great scent profile. Up in the top when you first spray it on, you're gonna get that cherry. It's a very natural cherry. A lot of the cherry in fragrances smell synthetic or almost fake, kind of plastic. That makes sense. However, this stuff, super natural, very realistic notes. A very deep almond, a very deep cherry, a lot of spice and woods. So the spice and woods, they accompany each other very nicely, and they create that sweet amber type of smell. That's really all I can describe about this stuff that I can put into words. I can make a video that's 3 hours long on this stuff, kind of describing every little aspect of it, but obviously want to wrap it up, save your time, so let's get presentation out of the way. I just want you to admire that bottle real quick. Classic gold and red combo. On the top, you're going to get the MFK logo engraved into the cap. I apologize for the dirt and debris on this. It gets dirty really fast. On the front, you are going to get the brand name MFK Paris, along with the fragrance name Baccarat Rouge 540 and the concentration on the bottom, Extrait De Parfum. This is a badge. I'm not sure if it's stuck on there. Yeah, it looks like it's stuck on there. On the sides, you don't really get anything special except the MFK logo engraved on the glass bottle in the back. Nothing on this side. And on the bottom, you are also going to get your size of bottle, concentration, brand name. Obviously, it's flammable, and your batch code. I can say MFK does not really put much effort into the presentation. It's very simplistic, very impactful and bold. However, it's not necessarily something that you're going to be mouth dropped over. It's not. I certainly prefer a PDM bottle or something like a groundbreaking JPG bottle over this stuff. However, again, when you get to the price tag, it's all about the scent. Atomizer check, pretty good. Mancera's better, very full, nice full spray. That spray just cost me $1.50. That's basically it for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I recommend tuning in to some more videos. I still have some major topics that I haven't even recorded yet, so I have a lot of big videos coming soon on pretty hefty fragrances that have some big titles. Stick around, stay tuned, and I appreciate that you stayed through the whole video. Peace.